Okay, here's me, 16. I've lived totally a dependent lifestyle. By dependent, I mean I never went out alone in my life. I was driven to school back and forth with chauffeur. I was kind of bodyguarded all the time. The only daughter, I had 4 brothers, so you can imagine the youngest, the only daughter, Middle Eastern country, and the women are totally protected. So brought up very protected, never stepped out of the house alone. And then my dad decides to move to Canada, and I go to university, and then I'm like, everybody's working except me. So I said, okay, I want to do a job. Obviously, my mother was hysterical. Why do you need to work? Like we were rich. So it's like, what's your problem? I said, no, I need to gain the experience. So being rebellious at 16, I did not listen to her, and I said, I need to do this. So first day, the driver drops me, and I'm supposed to be with a senior partner who's supposed to take me by my hand and show me how it's done. And that day, I don't know what happened to that guy. He didn't show up, and the driver said, oh, your partner didn't show up, you're on your own. And I'm like, what? And then he said, I'll pick you up in an hour. And here I'm standing with my stuff in my hand, and he goes, bye, the driver. And this is a brand new subdivision that I've never been. It's an hour and 15 minutes away from home. Totally deserted, up country area. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm by myself. So I'm pacing up and down the street. I don't know what to do. I'm going up and down. This happened for half an hour. So half an hour that he's dropped me, I'm pacing and I'm crying. I'm sobbing my eyes away. Like, what the hell did I get myself into? What am I doing here? What's going to happen if I, knock at the door? And I'm crying myself away. Self-pity. We love to do self-pity. And fear. Fear was just coming all over me. It's like, oh my God, I'm alone. I don't know what to do. And brand new subdivision. I don't know what's going to happen if I knock. What are these people going to do to me? So all this fear is running, and I'm pacing up and down and crying. And then after half an hour of doing that, I said to myself, okay, enough. What am I here for? I told everybody I could do this. I told my mom I could do this, and she told me not to do it. So how could I go back and say, oh, I didn't do anything, I just sobbed up and down and came back? So all these thoughts running in my head, and I said, okay, fine. What's the worst that's going to happen to you? If you're in a situation, what's the worst that's going to happen to me? These people are going to say, no, thank you, close the door at me, or say, come in. So that was my choice, and I said, the worst comes, I'm not going to make a sale. And these people may shut the door, but shutting the door in my face would have been totally hysterical for me, someone who's raised, so prim and proper, you don't knock, and nobody's rude to you, stuff like that. So I said, okay, fine. So I went to the first door, and I knocked at their house, and a young Chinese couple opened the door, with 2 little babies, 2 and 4, and I said, look, I'm selling these encyclopedias, and would you be interested in looking at them? And they were so sweet, they let me in, to my amaze. I was like, wow, I actually stepped foot into their house, and I got in. And this was a huge encounter. All of a sudden, I was like smiling, like I got in. So, and then I got in, I showed them the stuff. And those days, we're talking, this is 25 years ago. We did not have cell phones, we did not have internet, we did not have computers. So everything was, you know what? You have an encyclopedia in the house, you're a maid. You got it. Your kids are going to go to Howard. Yeah. So, and those, obviously, those Chinese couple were so gullible. They bought a $1,000 encyclopedia for me that first sale. I was really shocked that it happened. And then I got back, and everybody's together at that, same point that we were supposed to be picked up. And I'm like so excited now, running in that same street that I was crying and pacing. And then the driver picks all of us up, and nobody had made a sale except moi. I mean, it was a huge deal to make $1,000 sale for encyclopedia 25 years ago, which is like 10 grand now. So, you know, the new rookie on the block made the sale. So, my self-esteem went from here to here. My self-confidence went from here to here. My fear of the unknown kind of just vanished away. You know, we all have this fear of the unknown. What if? What if? What if? What's going to happen if I make that phone call? What's going to happen if I make that next step? We all have in our own lives, when we set our goals, is that fear. What if? What if? And if you can overcome that what if, then you can excel in any goal you have. It doesn't matter what the goal is. Now, to jump into how your mind works, so this goal setting seminar fits right into it, and it'll make perfect sense to you, is why are we not able to get the goals we want? How many of us, with a show of hands, had set up goals every year and the same goals every year, and we're like, okay, the same goal every year. We've all done it, so setting the same goals every year, and we think, why are we not getting it? The reason why, just to give you a quick 101, I know I have 15 minutes, 10 minutes now, back to 5, so 10 minutes. 5 minutes I'll explain exactly, so you will really know what is going on in our head that is really affecting our decision making. Because guess what? Every day you make a decision to come here, you make a decision to drink, eat. It's constant decision making. What is affecting your decision making? Okay? I do have a PhD in behavioral science, so my expertise is human behavior. My expertise is why are we doing the things we're doing and why are we not doing the things we're doing? You have two parts of your mind. This is your conscious part and this is your subconscious part. Your conscious job is the logical, rational, analytical. That's the one that says, you know what? You've got to take this step. You've got to eat less and exercise more to get rid of the pounds. That's the logical one. Okay? That's the one that we all know, but we are unable to stick to it. We all know what to do. Why are we not able to do it? Only 10% of the decisions that you make on a daily basis is based on your conscious mind. Only 10. 90% of the decisions that we make on a daily basis is based on your subconscious mind. So conscious, based on logic, rationale. Okay? That's the one who tells you, okay, this is what you need to do. But what happens? The 90% of the decision is made by the subconscious mind, which is based on emotion, how you feel. So 90% of the decisions that we make on a daily basis is based on our emotion, not on logic and rationale that tells you got to make your follow-up phone call, you got to pick that phone up, you've got to go to the next networking meeting to get more exposure, that's logic. So, for us, this is the key. I want everybody to write this down.